the show. NFR, feel the heat, fast and fierce, never beat. Engines roar, can't stay off seat. Catch the thrill, it's so sweet. NFR, NFR, drama high, stars afar, round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin. NFR, lights are green, zooming fast, slick machine. Every twist, every scene, catch the action on your screen. NFR, NFR, yeah. Drama high, stars afar, round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We go SAFRL the show. Engines roar, lights will glow. Feel the rush, feel the flow. Every lap, a twist, a turn. Speeding fast, rubber burn. Crowds cheer, hearts churn. Victory, what we yearn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Victory, what we earn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. Crashes, spins on the track. Up and down, who's coming back? Champions rise, no slack. Push to the front, never back. Pit stops, precision, gold. Strategy, daring, bold. Who will lead, not foretold. Speed and skill, tales unfold. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride.
Just one more thing before I go, before I let you take the throne. You go right and I stay left. And if you ever get too close, you'll know my name before I go. They love me, then they love you now. But don't There is a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. But for one last time, I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light, take it to the edge where I have died 1,000 times, and maybe I could be the one to ride into the setting sun tonight. Just drive, breathing out, I'm breathing in, broken down, but I will live to fight again. For one last time, I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light, or take it to the edge where I have died 1,000 times, and maybe I could be the one to ride into the setting sun tonight. Just There is a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light, and take it to the edge where I have died 1,000 times, and maybe I could be the one to run into the setting sun tonight. Just frustrated while I'm waiting on a miracle. I know the world is full of different kind of people. I know I'm strong walking down the street and I'm feeling so invisible. You talk to me like I'm not your equal. I know I'm strong. Feel like I could break out, break out. I could use some space now to breathe out. The pressure's on me. You asked me to be something like me. Why you trying to paint me like you're enemy? Feel like I could break out into something just like me. Calling in the lines, yeah, I ain't so predictable. The world is a haystack and I am the needle. I don't belong. Why you trying to turn me into something so typical? There you go again, waiting on the sheeple. They won't belong. Feel like I could break out, break out. I could use some space now to breathe out. The pressure's on me. You asked me to be something like me. Why you trying to paint me like What you wanna do? And get your ass knocked out. What you wanna do? Get ready. What you wanna do? 365 fight. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. We ain't playing with you. It's good with them. It's good with them. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. It's a fight. It's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. It's a fight. It's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. It's a fight. It's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. It's a fight. It's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. Song. See, I'm the king of the ring. Ring the bell and I'm coming out. Swing. Swinging left, swinging right. Still they ding. He hit the ground, bounced up like a spring. Hit him again, now like a bird. He start to sing. Bright lights, camera flashing like bling. He started seeing things, now I got him. Hands and knees on the floor, crawling to the corner, crying. Sucker, I'm the man, there's no day beating. And the depth of the ground, you will be eating. I wreck shop non-stop, this is easy. Put him out the game like his name's Milli Vanilli. C36 Mafia Live, get tickets as low as 90 tag. You might also like, should've known better. Richard Marks, I do 9-1 front. You for you, Nicki Minaj. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. It's a fight, it's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. It's a fight, it's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. It's a fight, it's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. It's a fight, it's a fight. Head bust 'em, head bust 'em. Yeah. We ain't playing with you. We ain't playing with you. Yeah. Here we go again with these cowards that be haters. Jealous of the 3-6 cause we get in our paper. We'll whip your ass. Thought you knew we don't care about no ass. Talking fools, get your teeth knocked out. We don't be playing when it comes to
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to NFR. Welcome back to SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Of course, in about 30 seconds from now, we're going to spin the wheel. Of course, tonight is a mystery circuit. We've got two different kinds of mystery circuit on the calendar. One you guys get to vote for. The other one I get to spin for. Of course, we've got three choices here tonight. We're either going to be racing in Silverstone, Austria, or Holland. Should I say the Netherlands? See in the votes, the favorite one, if the votes were able to pick, it would have been Holland. But let's spin the wheel and find out where these guys are going to be racing. Oh wow, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. And spin. And there we go. Okay, you guys didn't get to hear the sound effects. I heard the sound effects and they were quite entertaining. So there we go. There's the information everybody wanted to know. We will be driving at Silverstone, Great Britain, in reverse. See you all in 5 minutes from now.
She lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears the night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach, she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, death queen in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Trophies shine, but not like her pride. Watching Skull and Andre glide. She's there in silence, she's there in roar, in every circuit, every lore. From midnight spins to dawn's first light, she's always there holding us tight. No crash too deep, no curve too wide. With her in spirit, we rise. fears on down, she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach, she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. She ain't just a fan, she's a legacy born through every F1 storm we wore. Holding the line, fierce and unseen, forever our monarch, our Death Queen. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid. With every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Our voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach, she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Queen in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Yeah, oh, Death Queen, you are the queen of our sim racing team.
It's time to go. Feel the speed, let it flow. Racing hearts, watch them glow. Turn it up, start the show. NFR, feel the heat. Fast and fierce, never beat. Engines roar, can't stay off seat. Catch the thrill, it's so sweet. Stars afar, round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Go, victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin. NFR, lights are green. Zooming fast, slick machine. Every twist, every scene. Catch the action on your screen. NFR, yeah. NFR, yeah. Drama high, stars afar. Round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Go, victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We go SAFRL the show. Engines roar, lights will glow. Feel the rush, feel the flow. Every lap, a twist, a turn. Speeding fast, rubber burn. Crowds cheer, hearts churn. Victory, what we yearn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Victory, what we earn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows, side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. Crashes, spins on the track. Up and down, who's coming back? Champions rise, no slack. Push to the front, never back. Pit stops, precision, gold. Strategy, daring, bold. Who will lead, not foretold. Speed and skill, tales unfold. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows, side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride.
Just one more thing before I go, before I let you take the throne. You go right and I stay left. And if you ever get too close, you'll know my name before I go. They love me, then they love you now. But don't forget there's one more round. Oh, the pain, I know it will, but I wear it like a crown. I am a fighter. Before this fight is over, you'll know my name before I go. 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 Just one more thing before I go. Before I let the curtain close. You can take the spotlight now, but when the lights are low, you'll still hear my echo. They build you up, then tear you down. But I won't make a sound, 'cause I've been here before, and I'll be here when you're gone. I am a fighter. Before this fight is over, you'll know my name before I go. 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 No, I won't fade away. No, I won't break today. I've got one more thing to say before I go. You know my name 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 before I go. Before I go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back again. Spoke to you about 15 minutes ago. We're getting off to a slightly late start. 10 past 8 is the time. 13 runners in the field today. Of course, last week we had a full grid. See some big names missing in the field tonight. That's a good opportunity for everybody else. Good opportunity for everybody else to try and pull this championship back, or at least close the gaps. That is the championship, Miguel. One of those drivers not here today. That is the drivers' championship leader, not here tonight. That championship lead is at risk. Of course, Midas in P2, he is here tonight. If he wins here tonight, he could take the lead of the championship. The problem with being in a league that is so competitive and so consistent, you miss out on a race, you can lose all the momentum you have gained. Seems like we have no game sound. Fantastic. I want to see if I can get you game sound. Let's see if we can sort this out before the session gets underway proper. Give me one moment. Okay. That is not my capture card. That is not my sound card. That is the game. Unfortunately, we are not getting any sound from the game. We did have sound in the menu, so I think this is hopefully just for this session. Hopefully we'll get sound back for the race. Otherwise you're going to have to deal with this. Complete and utter silence. Sometimes you say you can't hear me. Tonight, I might be the only thing you can hear. Few drivers already out on out laps, and even ahead of that, got a few drivers already out on timed laps. Both Williams out on a timed lap, as is Virus, as is Scar. Also waiting for lap times from Doc, Captain Slow, and Andre. All of those drivers out on circuit. Busy race circuit. A little bit of what it looks like if you're used to Silverstone, and I think everyone should be used to Silverstone. It's been on the calendar since 1950. But this is not the Silverstone you know. And this is not any previous layout you may remember. This all looks very odd. Don't have too much issue with the Netherlands in reverse or Austria in reverse, but when it comes to Silverstone, honestly, I don't know where I am. So you're riding on board with Skull. No lap time from him just yet. We do have two drivers that have gone over the line to set lap times. Very, very different lap times. Skulk goes over the line. Is that a 27? Yes, it is a 27 flat. Skull gets over the line. It's Williams 1-2 for the time being. Or it was. 27.5 was the time by Skull. Virus does a 27.4. Andre does a 27.3. Very close lap times. Doc 130.3. I think he wants more out of that. Not a representative lap. Scar 130.3. Look at that. Identical lap times for P5, P6. 133.03 for both of those drivers. This is Midas. Jonas goes quickest, a 26 flat, and that is 1 second quicker than anybody else in the field. That means get ready, 26.2. That closes the gap. There was a 1 second gap on the front row. Now all of a sudden there's a 2/10 gap on the front row. Of course, Midas P2 in this championship, and he knows 25 points tonight in the absence of Miguel means that he could take the lead of this championship. Needs to maximize tonight. Good evening to Johan in the comment section. Good to have you. Who are you supporting here tonight? Of course, this is Jonas, the quickest driver out on circuit so far, 26 flat. Midas P2 in the Drivers' Championship. He's got a 26.2 on the front row, 2/10 off where he'd like to be. Then there's a bit of a drop, 0.8 of a second down to the driver in P3. That's Skulk, then Andre, then Virus, then Skull. Was in P2 not so long ago. The Doc P7, Scar P8, Harsh Cartoon P9. Come on, Ferrari 8 and 9. I'm wearing a Ferrari shirt. I'm literally wearing a Ferrari shirt. You must fix this. Captain Slow, the only Red Bull in the field. Currently P10, slowest of the drivers so far, 31.2. Still waiting for the two Aston Martins. Yet to set their first laps. Aston Martin in spot of bother in real life too. There aren't some mighty changes to that car before we get to Australia. There is a chance, for the first time in a very long time, we're going to see a team not qualify for the opening race of the season. That's the one Aston Martin. This is the other Aston Martin, Levy. Seen him have bad days, but I've seen him have good days. And when he gets everything right, it's not a name we talk about enough. When he gets everything right, you will know his name. Goes up into P3, 26.8 for a change. I build up a driver and they put on a good lap time. Luckily, he didn't crash. That's what tends to happen when I talk about a driver a little too much. Skull enters the pits. Captain Slow, P9. He has gone quicker, 29.2. Told him he needed to go a little quicker than that, and he's done so. Both Ferraris in the pits, 30.3, 31 flat. Those are those times. And then Spikes. Spikes in the pits with no lap. Not going to presume he's leaving things extremely late. I think he went out there and probably just invalidated the lap time. But remember, this is a reverse layout. And even if the guys did put in a bit of practice prior to this race, nobody practices the reverse layouts as much as they do the real ones. So even your top names, even the drivers you don't expect to make a mistake, tonight might be the night. Everybody's in unfamiliar territory. Now this is one of the two Aston Martins, both of them getting their lap times in. A bit of a late start, but both of them in the top 5. If you're just tuning in, I see there's a few of you here, and you don't hear the cars. I'm aware of that. It's not my capture card. Unfortunately, this is a problem coming from the game. I'm not getting any game sound on the PlayStation. Hopefully that does sort itself out for the race. I've seen sometimes we don't get sound for one session and we get it for the other. So hopefully we hear car engines at the start of the next session. Skulk goes up into P3, 26.5, finds a little bit of extra time. Now the two Aston Martins, 4 and 5. This is Andre on an outlap. Of course, he is in the Mercedes team, the team that is leading this championship. Unfortunately for him, he's missing his teammate. Teammate that's known for scoring lots and lots of points. So Andre has to do damage control tonight, needs to make sure he can finish as high up the order as possible, not only for his own championship, but to keep Mercedes afloat, keep that advantage they've built so far. By the way, Andre, if you're listening, you've done something with the Constructors' Championship. I didn't check it. I just cut it and put it up on the stream. And then when I did put it up on the stream, I was like, hold on. That's not right. We got 3 teams there missing points, so I'm not sure if that is correct. But Red Bull, rather Racing Bulls, not Red Bull, lead the championship, 160 points. Mercedes 149. Apologies, I thought they were leading the championship. Not so much. That's why damage control needed even more. Both of those RBs are in this race. Just the one Mercedes. They can extend that constructors lead if they can both finish up in the top 5, possibly on the podium. Like I say, a lot of big names missing here tonight. Last week we had 5 or 6 of the drivers that fall into that alien column. It's a very competitive field. Tonight, just the 13 runners and a lot of the big names missing. Everybody else gets a chance to close the championship. Jonas sets a quicker lap, lowers the benchmark. Midas thought he needed to find himself 2 tenths. Well, that's just increased to half a second. This is Midas, P2 in that Drivers' Championship, looking for a very strong result here tonight, because the man he's fighting for that championship, the man ahead of him by 19 points, is not here tonight. Of course, if he were to finish in second, that means we'd have a 1-pointer for the championship going into round 8. This is Andre still circling 27.3. It's a good lap time, but it's very close laps. Needs to find himself a couple more tenths. It's easier said than done. You're riding with Milk. Bring up some details on your screen. Of course, everybody on this soft tyre, there will be no messing about. If you ever do see a different tyre in qualifying, it's usually during that first run. You're not going to see anything of that with 4 minutes remaining in the session. Everybody with the lightest car possible, no extra fuel, softest compound available, and throw absolutely everything at it. Qualifying is not about tyre management. Getting around quickest, as simple as that. Spikes returns to the pits again. And well, this is troubling. When you start the session, you see 18 minutes, you think to yourself, I've got a lot of time. Then things go wrong. Maybe your first run invalidated, second run again. And now you find yourself in a situation where there's 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Those mechanics appear to be going awfully slowly. Shout at them as much as you want. They don't listen. He's going to be trying to get out there as quickly as possible. Hopefully he does remember to change his tyres. I've seen some drivers do that. Right at the end, they come into the pits. They're so eager to get back out and do that final run, they forget to change their tyres. Go out on a used set of rubber. Very quiet race circuit at the moment. Few drivers on out laps. Everybody else in the pits prepping for that final run. That's the yellow you see in Sector 2. Ferrari going slowly. Preparing for a lap. Nope, he's on a slow down lap. So currently no one on a quick lap. Captain Slow winding up on an out lap. As is Harsh Cartoon, as is Skull. With that initial run of a 27.5, looking for any sort of improvement. Of course, if he's able to find himself 3/10, he can get his way all the way up to 5th. 3/10, 3 positions. Comes to a dead stop on the circuit, lets the Ferrari by. That Ferrari still on an out lap. This is Captain Slow. I think he's going to be the first of the timed runners, is it? Doesn't appear to be discharging his battery, so this is not a quick lap. And look at the pit exit. Everybody leaving things as late as can be, just 1.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Is that enough time? I think, is it just me, or is this Monza all over again? I think, how is that possible? Have the drivers mistimed this? Hope all these drivers are able to get over the line and set their lap, but I think 1 or 2 of them, they cut it a bit too late. They're not going to get that final run in. Levy, he is going to get that final run in, as his teammate is. They both get over the line with 40 seconds on the clock. See what the Aston Martins can do. How much time do they have in them? These Aston Martins still have Mercedes-Benz engines. Fortunately, they don't have the Honda engines. Got to feel sorry for Fernando Alonso. Honda seems to follow him. And every time they promise him a new era, it's not the era he was expecting. Where is Jonas? 25.7. That is the fastest time of the session. Racing Bulls driver, his teammates having all sorts of trouble on the other side of the grid. P14 yet to set a lap time. In fact, we've got a second driver. Rather, we've got a new driver. Smurf has joined the session very, very late. He's not going to get an opportunity to set a lap time. Where is Jonas? I'm still trying to figure out where I am on the circuit. There we go, 25.6 for Midas. Look at that. Said he was going to have to find half a second and it was going to be tough. Well, he found himself 6/10, took pole position away from Jonas. Jonas is not finished yet. Still out on circuit. His best time, 25.7. So he just really needs to find himself 1/10. Does have a Ferrari ahead of him. Not a Ferrari. It's a pink car. I believe that's an Alpine. Will that affect his lap? I don't think so. I think he's still moving. Draining that battery for all it's worth. I think that's that. He's gone over the line. He has not been able to improve. I wonder if that was just a scrap lap a long time ago, or if that Alpine had anything to do with it. Attention now goes away from qualifying as we head to the real deal. No points for qualifying. It's all about the race. Milk saying P5 so close. Look at that. Andre 26,693. Milk 26,697. That is what 4 thousandths of a second looks like. That is now the end of qualifying. We hopefully get the results. Sometimes they skip him. There we go. Midas 26, 25 rather, 0.6. Then a 25.7 for Jonas. So close. Look at that. 8 hundredths of a second for the front row. Then Skulk, Lebby. We've got Andre and Milk. Virus, Harsh Cartoon, Spikes, Skull, Scar, Captain Slow, The Doc, and Smurf. Of course, Smurf joined very, very late. That's why he did not get a lap time. Got a feel for the guy. The first time he's going to have a look at Great Britain in reverse is as he heads into turn 1. Fortunately for him, he's at the back. And, well, if you're wondering why I said back so strangely, it's because right in the middle of saying back, I saw these pictures. And if I see these pictures, that means you see these pictures. And what do you see? Fantastic. Not only are we in unfamiliar territory of doing Silverstone in reverse, we're going to do Silverstone in reverse in the rain. And I'm not sure if these are intermediate conditions. Of course, the game providing us with reality and weather. Unfortunately, not so much in sound. Milk saying, just our luck. I'm sure you're a rain master, are you not? Rain master in Britain. Of course, realistic weather here. Would be odd to go to the UK, not see rain. I did spend a short time in the UK. And I say a short time, a very short time. But I never saw the sun. I then went over to Portugal for 3 weeks of overcast conditions. Again, never saw the sun. Atom Milk Rainmaster. I have mastered the art of dancing in the rain. I don't know. The screen is a little far from me. Maybe I read that incorrectly, or maybe I'm making it up. I have mastered dancing in the rain. I love it. The confidence. Let's bring up some information on your screens, especially the tires. I was wondering if it was going to be wet conditions. It looked a bit heavy in the pits, but everybody on the intermediate set. Next question is, how long does this rain last? And what's it going to do? Of course, could have a situation like the one we had last week where it dries up relatively quickly. I think within the first 10 laps, things were drying out. Or we could have a race where these conditions persist right till the end. Or, of course, on the other hand, could get worse. Don't tend to see a lot of that in the game. Starting on inters, going to wets, maybe back to inters. just a real circus of conditions. I think it would make for quite the race. All of these drivers will be hoping that this dries up relatively quickly. If you weren't 100% confident around this layout and rain was not on your mind, well, you're not too happy right now. Midas, he's done 50% of the job. I said he's in P2 in the Drivers' Championship. If he were to win tonight, he will take the lead of the Drivers' Championship. If he were to finish in P2, well, he'd be 1 point behind. Waiting for a better camera angle. Hopefully this is not the one they're good. This is almost as long as the start procedure for 2026. We're going to get going. There we go. It's on mute. You're not going to hear them rev up. It's 5 red lights. And away we go. It's going to be a Haas. It's going to be an RB. Very different conditions to what we saw in qualifying. It'll be interesting to see the confidence here into turn 1. Are they willing to throw it in? And Jonas knows how important it is to get in front. There's going to be no DRS. Things got messy at the back. Milk trailing at the rear of the field. Looks like he came off second best in whatever happened there. Got Captain Slow 13, Scar 12, the Doc 11. Of course, you'll see exactly who was involved in that incident at the end of lap 1 because they'll be coming into the pits. Right, it's a wet race just like we had last week. Of course, last week things dried up quite quickly. Still quite a fair amount of water falling from that point of view, so I don't think slicks will be on their mind just yet. Of course, the drivers do have a more or less idea of what's going to happen in the race in terms of weather. We have no weather information in the comms box. So I can't tell you if it's going to get dry, if it's going to get worse, or if it's simply going to stay like this. You're riding with Jonas, and that's why he wanted to get in front at turn 1. That's why he was so desperately hanging on. Did not want to give up position. And it's because he knows he's got the pace. He's enjoying this layout in the wet. Had a bit of a slide there. But I think everybody's having a bit of a slide. That's why you don't notice it in the timesheets. 1.8 seconds is the gap. Normally I'd be saying now out of DRS range, but it is a wet race so far, so no need for DRS. And you've got yourself a wheel. What a difference. Extremely hard. I promise you that once you get used to that wheel, it's going to be very difficult to ever go back. Jonas leads, Midas P2. Of course, my first year of online racing, I did it with a controller. Second year, I bought myself a wheel, and well, I was so slow on the wheel that I packed it up, put it in a cupboard, and I didn't touch it for another 9 months. Eventually, took it out of the cupboard, put in some time, and I never went back. First task is to catch your original times that you were doing on the controller. And once you've done that, you're going to start finding time. Jonas still leading the way. The only difference, the gap, so much bigger. 2.5 seconds now, the gap, and it looks bigger than that. Midas P2 would have desperately been hoping to hold on to the lead. Of course, much more easy in the rain to apply defensive driving. Not much you can do when drivers are chasing you around with DRS lap after lap. All you can do is battery management, and eventually, if they're matching your pace lap after lap, they will get by. In the rain, you still have to get by the old-fashioned way. No DRS available. All of this will change once we get the new game. Of course, once the F1 2026 season starts, well, I'm going to be talking about DRS, and DRS is not going to exist in the real world. This is Levy, currently in P4, in one of the two Aston Martins. The other Aston Martin started nicely up the field, but obviously something went very badly wrong at the start. He has just made up a position, gone up from P14 now to P13, looking to make up ground. Next car ahead is Captain Slow, one of the two Red Bulls. The other Red Bull is this one here, and he arrived at the circuit just in time to hop into the car and take the red lights. Didn't attend qualifying, didn't make it, got in just before the race, and he was met with a reverse Silverstone soaked in rain. And he's made up 3 positions since the start of the race. Makes it look easy. Shows up, does the job. Or maybe sneaky. Maybe he waited for the wheel spin, saw it was the UK, went and practiced while everyone else qualified. Who knows? A lot of conspiracies out there lately. Jonas still leads the way. Gap gets bigger and bigger each lap. 3.6 seconds at this point, taking almost 1.2 seconds a lap out of Midas. Midas will be hoping for things to dry up. Drivers look a lot closer in dry conditions. We saw their times in qualifying just split by a tenth. But in the rain, just see Midas sliding around, looking for traction, not finding it. Looking for grip, not finding it. And all the while pushing, holding onto the car, doing everything you can. And every time you look up in the top left, the gap gets bigger. This is Skulk. We haven't mentioned him too much in the stream. He's currently in P3, doing a good job, quiet job. You can see everybody pretty far spread out. Those are the effects of a wet race. 4.5 seconds for the lead, then 1.5 seconds to third place. Further 3 seconds down to fourth place. Big gaps forming very early on. The Doc becomes the first driver to pick up a penalty here tonight. Of course, you're hoping for a safety car to get you up the field and get you a good result. Well, that penalty is not going to help you much with that. Well, continues to make up ground, does he? Up into P12. Still chasing Captain Slow. Wearing the Ferrari shirt. Harsh Cartoon, keep it in the points. Keep pushing. Get a top 5. I'm a Red Bull fan, but since I'm wearing a Ferrari shirt, I'm being not optimistic, but realistic. And if you're able to finish P5 in a Ferrari, well, you're a champion in my book. Sorry, Charles. Really weird surname if you say it in French. Leclerc. 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 We'll go with Leclerc. Jonas. Gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Driver in P2 will be wondering what is going to happen with this rain, or am I going to get a dry race? Am I going to get an opportunity to race Jonas on slicks? Or is this as good as it's going to get? Skulk in P3, keep your eyes on him. He's 1.7 seconds behind Midas, and Midas is struggling for grip. With each lap, tires are going to degrade and they are going to slide a little bit more. So if you're sliding very early on in your stint, it's not a good sign for what's to come. Of course, another thing that happens is a lot of drivers simply forget to look at the weather. Then they set up their car for a dry race, and trust me, it makes a difference. Good to have you all watching tonight. Quite a few of you here tonight. If you're enjoying the content, and I do once again apologize for the sound. There's nothing I can do about it on my side. I am getting sound from my PlayStation, but I am not getting sound specifically from the game. I lost sound the moment I joined the lobby. This is Lebby. Go from talking about the lobby to talking about Lebby. Told you, when he gets it right, he's an extremely quick driver, always in podium contention. And of course, we know strange things can happen in these races. We've seen a very lack of safety cars this season. Of course, we've had seasons where we've had 4 safety cars in a race. I think the record was 5 safety cars in a race. That was at Imola. And everyone except 2, I think it was 2 drivers, did not have penalties. Quite the disaster class. Some cars now starting to come into the pits. Let's see what they emerge from the pits with. I assume it's going to be intermediates. The conditions look the same. That's right, Lebby into the pits and a brand new set of intermediates. Puts him all the way down the order. In fact, just behind his teammate. This is Milk. If he does encounter his teammate, I don't know if he's going to give him too much trouble getting by. Of course, those cars on different strategies. Did Lebby have damage? Is that why he pitted so early? With those tires just not working for him. He has come in before everyone else. That's Captain Slow coming into the pits. That is for damage. You can see a nose going onto that car. Feels like forever sitting in the pits. Even though it's a 2-second, 3-second stop, feels long enough. But when the guys have to take off a wing, put on a wing, all of a sudden that quick pit stop seems awfully long. Jonas over the line for another lap. Lap 9 of 26. And he's 6.9 seconds up the road. Of course, a 20-second lead would give him a pit stop worth of a lead. That depends really how much risk he's willing to take. Doesn't need to take too much risk because whatever he's doing now, he's doing enough. 7.4 seconds the lead. And we have the two Williams. Skulk P3. Skull P4. Nothing complicated about those two names. Right on board with Skull. Is that a Hamilton-inspired helmet? I see yellow. I see purple. Just not so sure about the green. If it's a Senna-inspired helmet, get rid of the purple. Back to the leader. 7.2 seconds. Gap stabilized over that last lap. Midas in P2. Jonas, Midas, Skulk, Skull, Andre, Virus, Spikes, Harsh Cartoon, Smurf. That's the top 9. And they are all yet to pit. Driver that has pit, out of sequence with everybody else, was Lebby. He already pit 2 laps ago. He's on a brand new set of intermediate tyres. He's made up 1-2 positions. He's got past his teammate. He's got past Scar. And his next target is Smurf. 6 seconds down the road. So he's got some clean air to drive through. Really throw the car around on that brand new set. Try and close that gap. And look how much he's closed it already. 4.8 seconds. Was 6 seconds. 4.4 seconds. It keeps on going down. Insane pace at this stage of the race. Two Williams. Looking for what I believe would be their best result of the season. Let's not jinx them. This is Andre in P5. Having a great race so far. Quiet race. He's keeping to himself, doing the job. Hoping the weather will go away. Maybe he's hoping the weather will stay. I don't know. Some drivers love it. But many, many more absolutely hate it. These are my favorite conditions. I love intermediate conditions when the car just slides around just a little. Don't give me full wet. That I'm not too keen on. Midas. Gap has stabilized. It was growing quickly. Now it's just around 7.4, 7.5 seconds. It stayed there. Wonder if that's just Jonas taking a few less risks. Or if it's those tires just passing their peak. Lots of you watching, but the comment section is dead. Either you guys are hooked on the race, or you're not at your screens. Two Williams, followed by Andre, followed by the only Mercedes, the only McLaren in the field. Of course, in the late 90s and even into the 2000s, there was no Mercedes manufacturer team. They had not entered the sport. And McLaren was very much considered the Mercedes team. They were the only team on the grid with a Mercedes engine. And it was common to see Mercedes flags all around the circuit instead of McLaren flags. a lot of the time they got referred to as Mercedes. Of course, last year was the first year of Lewis Hamilton's career that he didn't race a Mercedes engine. I'm not so sure he's happy about that. Gap now, I said it's stabilized. Maybe Jonas heard me because it's just gone back up again. 8.1 seconds is the lead. Then we've got Skull P3, Skull P4. 5 seconds between those two Williams. No close battles to speak of. All I can show you is the cars going around in silence because the game has decided not to give us sound. Isn't that fantastic? And no real battles on your screen. That is the result of a wet race. What we need now is a switch to dries and a safety car. Skull picks up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. See what he does coming in to get rid of those intermediate tyres. 12 laps on those inters. Of course, between the two drivers, between the two Williams drivers, they probably had to decide who's going to pit first. Last thing you want is a double stack. Now, what happens with that penalty? I think that penalty is going to stay on Skull's name. And if he makes another pit stop, well, then he can serve that 10 seconds. If he does not, that 10 seconds will stay with him and be added on to his race time when they cross the checkered flag. Jonas, 8.5 seconds. Gap continues to grow just at a slower rate. Midas seems to be enjoying the tyres more than Jonas in the latter half of their run. In the beginning, Jonas definitely had the advantage. Like I say, the gap continues to grow, but a 10th here and a 10th there, it's no longer a second a lap as it was for the first 4 or 5 laps of this race. We've gone over halfway distance and it is still raining. Of course, last week we started in the rain. I think by the time we got to lap 10 or 12, something like that, it was dry already. This time round, no luck. The English weather not being agreeable. Now Levy back up into P4. Did something very different, didn't he? He went in much earlier than everybody else. He's been making up positions. He's been coming up through that timing sheet. Of course, been assisted by some cars that have made their own pit stops. Put him up into P4. He's 27 seconds adrift from the next car up the road. Not going to be able to make up any more positions just based on pit stops. He's going to have to get up the road and make those overtakes on the circuit. Now, because he pitted so early, is he on a 2-stop? And if so, is it going to be competitive? 15 of 26, so we're well over halfway distance. and no fights in the field. As I say that, I was going to say there's a fight in the field, but it's not. Just an overtake happening due to a pit stop. Sort of like Monte Carlo. I once saw a tweet that was quite questionable, speaking about the 27 overtakes at the Monaco Grand Prix. And what is this person talking about? 27 overtakes at the Monaco Grand Prix. So I dug a little deeper, and in fact there was 27 overtakes at the Monaco Grand Prix, but they were all done under pit stop. Right, not one overtake in the entirety of a race in a field of 20 drivers. Hopefully things will be better in 2026. Cars are a little smaller. Not by much. 11 seconds is the lead. Midas leads the way. He's got Jonas in P3. Brand new set of intermediate tyres. He's going to be able to throw those around right till the end of the race. Presuming this rain stays till the end of the race. Of course, if we were to go dry, 5 laps to go, that would really mix things up. In fact, I think the only thing that would mix things up would be a safety car. Some very big gaps in the field. We do have one battle on track, do we? Within a second. That is Skull in P5, Levy in P4. Those are the closest drivers on track. See some names switching around, but that is drivers being overtaken in the pits. If you're an F1 fan, you'll obviously be very familiar with where we are. This is Silverstone. You can see the background, but if you get in the cockpit, you get a little confused. Everything looks a little off. Put up the vote for what would you guys have chosen if you were choosing between the three. You guys chose Holland. Unfortunately, we did not get Holland. And this is either a mistake or a gamble or just silly. Skulk has gone into the pits. He's put on a set of medium tires. He's the only driver out on track on a set of slicks. And I've got to say, he does not look too comfortable. You can see how that McLaren just went by. Skulk now loses another position down to Spikes, down to P8. Not sure what happened there, and I wonder if he just took a gamble, thought it's going to dry out, I'm going to be on the right tire when everybody else is thinking of pitting, and maybe he's just got it wrong, or maybe, and I think this is the one, because I have seen drivers do it, he just got that tire selection wrong. Put on a set of mediums. He hasn't come in immediately. That suggests to me that it's intentional. But why? Very peculiar race strategy from Skulk. Those Williams were looking at a 3 and 4 not so long ago, but one of them now falling back through the field. Jonas, 14.6 seconds. That is almost enough time to make a pit stop and still come out in the lead if he's able to find another 5 seconds, that is. Midas P2. In another 10 seconds down the road, you'll find Levy in P3. Told you he doesn't get mentioned enough. On the verge of a podium. Speaking of, on the verge of a podium, see for yourself. I just don't think I should say it, because I will not be blamed. I will not be blamed. You can see the footage. You can see who I'm filming. I will not comment on his driving until further notice. Midas doing a good job. The only thing he could have done better was to be in front of this race. He is in P2. Was a 19-point gap for the championship lead between Midas and Miguel. Miguel is not here tonight. If things were to finish just like this, Midas would pick up 18 points, and he would then be just 1 point adrift from the championship lead. Trying to see if we could see the best lap, but we can't. All depends if Midas can finish P2 and pick up the fastest lap, well, then we're going round 8 on equal points. Saw Miguel's dominance in the first 2 or 3 rounds of the season. You really wouldn't expect going into round 8 on equal points. Nobody's made it easy. It's just an RB going past a Red Bull, a sight that you should probably never see. It would be the end of Helmut Marko. He would swiftly disappear for health reasons. This is Virus in P6. Relatively new intermediates. He's going to be going to the end on these. I think everybody's going to go to the end on their tyres. The only concern I do have is Lebby. 11 lap old tyres. How are those going to feel right at the end? Is he going to have anything to defend with? Andre is 2.1 seconds behind him on a much fresher set of tyres. And while right now he might not be feeling the disadvantage, in 5 laps from now, those intermediates might not be in the best shape. Of course, to everyone watching, welcome. There's a few of you that just came on right now. So, of course, this is NFR on a Tuesday night, SAFRL. This is season 14, round 7. And we're at Silverstone in reverse, in the rain. And this man here, well, he's got it spot on. Done exactly what he needed to do. Would have liked to have taken pole position. Only able to take P2. Found himself needing 1 extra tenth. Coming into the race, he made sure he took the lead into turn 1, and that's exactly what he did. He held on to it. Midas did everything he could, hanging on the outside, but just ran out of circuit. And ever since then, Jonas has made P1 his own. He's not looked back. No point in looking back. He wouldn't see anyone. Between P1 and 2, 15-second gap. Between P2 and 3, 15-second gap. 30 seconds cover the top 3 drivers. That is a full wet race. Without safety cars, things can get pretty spread out. 5 laps to go. We've got almost 100 views on this race. So if you're here now, if you're watching this later, thank you very much. It's been a great stream so far. Not the most exciting of races that we've seen in SAFRL or on this channel. That's just what happens. It's a reverse circuit. Everybody's a little wary of the layout. They're not going to have the same confidence they have driving the regular way around. They're just going to second guess. And with the weather, it's also not helping. We do have a retirement. We have a retirement. We have a retirement. Spikes. Late retirement. No safety car for the time being. Just a small section of the circuit lit up. That's sector 3. And no sign of any yellow car coming out of the pits. So we should be fine, but we have lost the driver. Everything was going pretty well. I was very impressed to see all 14 drivers still here under conditions like this. But that is the end of Spikes. Almost made it to the end. It's like falling out of the marathon with just a mile to go. It's almost like that retirement doesn't hurt as much if it comes right in the beginning of the race, when you're almost there. The worst almost there I can remember was a Jensen Button incident. Literally went around the final corner of the race, in the lead of the race, and his engine packed up around that final corner. Car rolled down the main straight, hoping to get to the start-finish line. And eventually the car stopped about 10 meters from the finish line. And he finished well outside the points. Of course, those are things we might see in 2026. Remember, new regulations. It's not only the new cars, it's new engines, and it's the combination of the two, and lots of things can go wrong. We've become so accustomed in the modern era of F1 to see fantastic reliability from all the teams. When you throw all these different new aspects into it, you could very well see a season where cars start breaking down again. Of course, if you didn't watch F1 in the 90s and 2000s, then you've probably never seen a engine blow in its full glory. Huge clouds of smoke. Don't see that anymore. Sort of get told to turn it off before it happens. They can see what's about to happen. 23 of 26. Jonas leads the way from Midas. Skull P3. Then Lebby. Then Andre. Speaking of Andre, we have a battle. We have a battle for P4. And it's not just a one-way battle, it's a two-way battle. It's a three-way battle. Lebby, Andre, Virus, all looking for that P4. There's not much they're going to be able to do about the podium unless things change in the next 3 laps. But as things stand, all 3 of those drivers on the podium, they don't need to do too much. Just need to keep the car pointing in the right direction and get to the checkered flag. They all have comfortable gaps behind them. Skull 8.2 seconds to the next car. And then Jonas 14 seconds to the next car. Midas 19 seconds to the next car. So they really just need to stay in position, get the car to the end, and pick up a fantastic result on the other side. As for P4, far from decided. course, we're in the wet, an unfamiliar layout. This might take, well, you know what it might take, but I'm going to say it'll take a little bit of guts. You're going to go for it. He goes up the inside. Those cars look way too similar to me on screen, the silver and the green. Has he done it? Tried up the inside, tried around the outside. I think there was a tap. Was there a tap? But Andre does get by. And that's how quickly things change. Now all of a sudden, Levy's going to come under pressure from Virus in P6. And his P4 that looked pretty solidified a couple of laps ago. Now looks further and further away. Jonas P1, Midas P2. You can see Jonas 13 seconds, maybe just getting off that throttle a little bit. Knows he's done the job. Midas to Skull, that gap still 20 seconds. So Midas still giving it everything right till the end. That gap growing. Then you got Andre further 10 seconds back. Almost had a bit of a heart attack, but that was a ghost car that he just drove through. Of course, I've got PTSD when it comes to ghost cars, because once, just as I was about to drive through a ghost car, it suddenly became not a ghost car, and I looked very silly. Needless to say, the other driver wasn't too impressed. Needless to say, I'm not as polite in a party chat as I am in the comms box. And, well, never really heard from him again. Jonas leads the way. Midas P2, Skull P3. Been saying that for a few laps now. All they need to do is get it to the end. Get it to the end. Andre P4. This is exactly what these drivers needed. They, of course, just the one driver retiring from the race, but all of these drivers picking up points. Wanted to close that championship up, compress that championship up with a few races to go, give themselves a chance. And it's almost like all the top drivers were in the same WhatsApp group and they said, let's sit this one out, give the boys a go. Commentator got ghosted by his non-ghost car. Yes. Yes, that is right. I did have to read. I read that and then I had to think about that for a moment. But yes, commentator got ghosted by his non-ghost car. That is fantastic. Thank you, Dylan. It was got my mind to work there for a second. Something the education system never managed to do. Ghosted by a non-ghost car. 26 of 26. Almost done. Almost over. Almost done the job. Just needs to finish things off. Midas still P2, Skull still P3, Andre still P4. No changes in the order. Levy has lost another position, so Virus goes up into P5. Levy down to P6. I think it's really just all down to those tires. Probably just didn't have the tools to do any meaningful defense at the end there. While everybody else would have still had some form of superior grip. Mosh Cartoon also 11 lap old intermediates, and somebody we haven't mentioned at all, Captain Slow, 17 lap old intermediates. There we go. We catch him just in time to go over the line, and Jonas wins the race. Made it look easy. 13.3 seconds. Won it from P2. Got into the lead right there. right there in turn one, got into the lead, never looked back. Looked really desperate to get into the lead, didn't want to hang around for a lap or two, so I think he knew how important it was to get out front. Really get trapped behind a driver in the rain, no DRS to help you get by. And he wanted to get things done, and that's exactly what he did. The top three have gone over the line, and now I can say his name again. Skull finishes his first race of the season, and he does it in style. He's making a habit of it. In fact, he did this last season. Last season, he retired from the first 3 races of the season. In round 4, he won the race. On this occasion, it was a little bit more difficult. First 6 races of the season, no points. Round 7, it's brought him hope again. And it will reignite that flame. Retiring week after week can be tough on you. And this is just the sort of result he needed. Get him back in the rig, get him back practicing. Harsh Cartoon over the line in P8. Lebby gets a DNF. Not sure what happened there, but Lebby does have a DNF, so cars will be able to... No, they won't. He's going to be able to finish in P10 because the rest of those cars are a lap behind, and, well, will you look at that? That is how you take the spotlight, sponsors. You should be happy with that. You just got all the camera time. That's right, Aramco. There we go. That's a better explanation. I just thought Milk was doing things in style. You know, the whole shake and bake Ricky Bobby. I'm going to go over the line in reverse. In fact, he got a puncture around the final corner and was lucky to get over the line. Congratulations to Milk. He wasn't too happy about the rain when things started. And things ended spectacularly. Race winner was obviously Jonas. Fastest lap goes to Jonas. Then driver of the day, most overtakes, and cleanest driver all go to the driver who got here last, Smurf. Then your final results, the Brazilian apparently, Jonas, or do you say Jonas? That is a best time 37.3, so he'll get the extra point. Then Midas P2, Skull P3, Andre P4. Then you got Virus P5, Smurf P6, Skulk P7, Harsh Cartoon 8, Milk picks up 2 points, Lebby picks up the final point, Captain Slow, Scar, Doc, 11, 12, 13, and Spikes. He was our only retirement. Well, that was another one. Another round. It was round 7. Let's bring up the calendar real quick, see where we are in this season. Let's get rid of the PlayStation. We don't need that anymore. So there you are, round 7, the 24th of February. That is today. We had a selection of Silverstone, Zandvoort, and Spielberg. And the wheel decided we were racing at Silverstone. Then the game decided to throw rain at the drivers and throw no sound at me. Of course, next week we head to Singapore. Not a very forgiving circuit, and the drivers will desperately not be hoping for rain. Because rain on a street circuit at night, well, that's quite the challenge. Then we go to Interlagos, then we go to Las Vegas. We have one more of those mystery rounds where you, the NFR viewer, gets to decide where we're going to race. And then we finish off the season on the 31st of March, where all seasons end, at Yas Marina. I want to thank you all, everybody who joined the stream, everybody who watched the stream, everybody who contributed in the comment section. Got ghosted by his non-ghost car. Love it. Of course, we will be back next week, same time. Just after 8 p.m. the race usually starts, and we're usually live at about 20 to 8. So if you enjoyed tonight, if it was your first time watching, make sure to come back next week. For everyone who's here every week, thank you very much. You guys make it worth it. Skull, I see you're in the comment section. I do not have my Discord open, so let me know there in the comment section. I'll stay live a little longer. How was your race? How did you finish P3? How did you go from 6 non-finishers to a podium? I think that's quite the comeback story. Yes, there we go. I can just break the silence a little bit, put the music a little soft in the background, but at least it's not complete silence like what we had in the race. Fortunately, no interviews tonight. I don't have my Discord open. So it's just your luck, Skull. Half the time I have my Discord open, you decide not to finish the race or visit the pits early. The time I don't open my Discord, I don't open my Discord, then you go find yourself a podium. There we go, Skull just saying, gave it my best. A lot of ups and downs. I just gave my best on this one. Of course, in this sort of weather, in these sort of conditions, never really gonna know. And if the race comes to you like it came to Skull, pick up a nice bit of points and you put yourself on that championship table for the first time this season. So I want to thank everybody one more time. Calendar, Singapore, that's where we will be next week. And until then, cheers.
Frustrated while I'm waiting on a miracle. I know the world is full of different kind of people. I know I'm strong walking down the street and I'm feeling so invisible. You talk to me like I'm not your equal. I know I'm strong. Feel like I could break out, break out. I could use some space now to breathe out. The pressure's on me. You asked me to be something like me. Why you trying to paint me like your enemy? Feel like I could break out into something just like me. You've got a fire burning deep inside, a spark in the dark where your dreams collide. They'll tell you to stop, say the road's too long, but your heart keeps beating to a rebel song. Take a step, don't look below. Every scar's a story, only you will know. The weight of the world can't break your stride. You're carving your name where the stars reside. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, run deep. Every fall you take is a promise you keep. The doubters will fade, their voices will break, 'cause your soul's on fire and it's yours to take. Run through the rain, chase the endless fight. Every dream you claim lights a spark in the night. The horizon's calling, it's yours to claim. A warrior's heart with a fearless flame. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. Stand tall when the thunder roars, break the locks, kick down the doors. Every step is a battle won, your story's just begun. Oh, let it soar, forevermore, forevermore. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. So keep on climbing, don't ever slow. The stars are waiting where the brave ones go. You'll rise to the sky. Yeah, you'll rise to the sky. A legend in the making till the end of time.